Alright, Shalom. I like to say, call Allah, Wahawala, which is all praise, honor, and glory in the Hebrew to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, B'kar Kadash, double honors to the Apostle, Elders, Great Wisdom. Let's go out the elect. A few sisters and Israelite foreigners just waking us during the truth. My name is Kamavi from GMS Cleveland Branch. Coming at you in a video lesson. In this video I'm about to play, it's an Anton Daniels show. Anton Millionaire Morning Show. Okay, one of his other channels, right? And you know, basically, you're gonna see when I play the video, it goes into the Klaus Schwab statement: "You shall own nothing and be happy." And his words that he has spoken, that he said, all right, they're starting to come true more and more by the day, all right? Because in this capitalistic society, where you know you can generate wealth based off having assets or businesses of your own to make you rich. That will no longer be in the new world, all right, in the NWO. Esau does not want to let anybody have leverage over him, okay, or a foot in the game where they can generate their own finances, all right. No, you're going to have to go to him for one of all things, all right. Esau does not want you to possess anything of your own private property. You will have ownership of nothing, absolutely nothing. He meant all those words to a T. And you know, that's not the American way at all. It was going to show you we're transitioning to a new world, as they always say. All right. So you people, you have no idea, man. The old world as you know it is constantly disappearing. It's being chipped away and being transformed. It's something the opposite of it, complete opposite. And you people you're not gonna like what's in store with the higher ups of this world has in plans for you. You're not gonna like it one bit. Because the American way is freedom. And the new way will be imprisonment, enslavement. Because that's how this country was started too. That's funny. But now it's going to be everybody. Even their own kind. Okay, but I'm about to play this video. And I'm going to hit the scriptures. Here you go.
PlayStation making a big announcement today that is making all kinds of waves.
Slightly. Too fast.
PlayStation making a big announcement today that is making all kinds of waves across the video game industry, fans and observers here when they announced it today that they're no longer going to make physical games for their PlayStation consoles starting in January 2028. So a big announcement here. We've talked recently about this kind of debate between physical media and digital media, and a big step in this conversation today. And so joining us live now to break this down for us, give us some perspective here as well. Pleased to be joined this morning by Khalif Adams, who is the CEO of Spawn on Me LLC. You may know him from his podcast. Khalif, thanks so much for joining us here on Fox 35 News Plus today.
Thanks so much for having me. Excited to talk about all this madness that's happening in the world of video games and PlayStation today.
A huge announcement. Was this something that anybody expected or anyone saw coming at this point?
I think a lot of folks who have been paying attention and kind of reading the tea leaves have seen that there's going to be a particular kind of change in this space. I think with overall sales being down on physical media and, video gamers now wanting things at their fingertips at all times, this kind of makes that transition not only easier for the platform holders, but gives a space for folks who are really excited about that digital landscape, some excitement for them. But the folks who are collectors are looking for a new solution because this isn't it for what they want.
I was going to say it's an interesting dynamic because there is so much to be said about the convenience of being able to buy digital. Just download it. You don't have to track it down, a physical copy, that kind of thing. But there really still does seem to be an appetite for physical discs and to have that physical copy. I mean, this was a debate that we were just talking about last week with Grand Theft Auto 6 and that release and some of the controversy over that, not being a physical copy with that. And so it's an interesting dynamic, Khalif, when you're talking about it being 2026, so much is digital, but still being folks who want that physical copy.
Yeah, folks who are, the biggest kind of conversation around all of this is around what do you actually own? If you're given a digital code for a game, you can't resell that. If you're down on your luck and you're like, hey, I need to trade this thing in, or if you have a
What do you actually own? That's a good question.
friend who just wants to play a thing that you have and they don't own it, you can't do that with a digital game at this point. So seeing this uprising of animosity towards the practice is reasonable for folks who are worried about not only is the digital future going to be real, but there are some concrete actual problems with the ways that digital media gets kind of shared, especially when you think about U.S. infrastructure. Not everyone has great internet, rising costs of what it's going to have for electricity. There's so many different avenues in where this can be problematic, and it winds up being something that consumers are going to really be worrying about kind of moving in the future.
Yeah, everything is moving towards digital. I mean, we should have already seen this when the music industry started getting away from and they started getting into streaming. Napster is the foundation behind all of this happening. That is the person that kicked it over decades ago. And when we was in school and when we was in college and high school, and if you was open during the LimeWire Napster days, you seen this coming a mile away. Now, nobody tripped about it because they were still doing both, and at the same time, we actually were celebrating the digital revolution because we thought that having more access and easier to get to would largely improve our lives. And what did I say a little bit ago? What did I say literally a little while ago? I said that the nostalgia, the actual physical, the in-person interactions, the physical buttons, the wood, now that we're moving towards AI, now that we're moving towards 100% streaming, 100% digital, all of that stuff, the physical is actually going to be considered a luxury item. And the more that they move away from digital, the more valuable actual physical things are going to become. So at the same time, and there's multiple different ways that we can skin this cat. The first way that we have to skin this cat is we have to say that there's going to be actual physical retailers that die now. Whereas they were holding on by a thread, the GameStops, places like that, they are dead in the water, 100% dead in the water, right? And this was already happening because
That was mainly it. So, that was mainly it right there. Alright, so he's about to get ready to strip you people of everything. Alright. You will have nothing and be happy. He meant everything. Not even a fucking video game. You're gonna have to yourself. And the up and coming new world that's being built right now as we speak. Esau, he plans on putting restrictions on everything you get, everything you rent, basically everything is going to be rentable. There's not going to be nothing. You will possess nothing. Okay, everything's going to be rented out. And like I said, as you can see, they're going digital on all scales. Okay, because with digital, you can program, you can create the money, you can create what you could just put anything into policy and act it through on some keystrokes. All right, so that's why this double. It saves him resources because this devil only think about himself. Right? He's only thinking about himself. This is getting out of hand. So, the Lord gotta stop us, man. Right? The place that we're headed towards, I'll tell you, man. You American people that love this blue, red, and white. All right, the road we're going down is not good old America anymore. Okay, It's not good old America no more, where you can accomplish, you can be accomplished with the, the whole American dream, white picket fence and family, and you just thriving, in a world where everybody is poor. If you're not born into a rich elite family, okay, you will never see generational wealth. You gonna be poor, rich. So yeah, you will own nothing and be happy. You will own nothing and be happy. Let me get the scripture. Proverbs 28:15. As a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor. Yeah, so the higher ups of Edom, that's how he's ruling the people, man. Okay? As a ferocious beast. As a ferocious, merciless beast. Just preying upon everybody. That's how he is with the poor. Okay, you see how they spending the taxpayer money. They're just blowing it away. And the average everyday, the working man, he does not get enjoy fruits of labor. See, there's gonna be no fruits at all for you working class people, for the working class people to enjoy. It's just going to you working your life away while receiving no benefits from it. That's scripture. Ecclesiastes 14:9. A covetous man is not satisfied with his portion. The iniquity of the wicked drive up soul and spirit, because we was talking about that today. Okay. It said a covetous man is not satisfied with his portion. The iniquity of the wicked drive up soul. It's amazingly this devil has insatiable appetite. Okay, to always want. He will never be content with just having what he has already now. Okay, there's going to be more that he's going to be wanting for. When this devil gets $1 billion, he wants $1 trillion. Now that they're trillionaires, they niggas looking to become immortal. They just said fuck it. So you see how it's the end of the cycle, and that's why the Lord's about to just remove him and do away with him, because this guy was not fit to rule. Okay, but yeah, man, own nothing, be happy. With that, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Shai, Damas, Pras, Elsh, Bimazum, Let's go. Life uses is like one shalom.